Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Comic Gamer Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am here to give you my Fantastic Four fan casting. There's been a lot of news about the Fantastic Four and a lot of rumors. I mean, Superwise is losing his mind over these rumors. Like, I'm pretty sure these rumors are killing Superwise. So, please support Superwise in his mental state because it's the man might need help. The man might need help, but I digress. So I decided to make my Fantastic Four fan casting. Just put it out there for the people to put out there my personal fan casting for the Fantastic Four. Some might be ops. There might be one that's obvious, but some of them might be some people haven't even heard of. Um, the first of my casting decisions is we're gonna go with Johnny Storm, Johnny Storm. Obviously, Johnny Storm is the he's the youngest member of the Fantastic Four group. There's been a lot of names out there for Johnny Storm. The guy from Stranger Things. There's so many young names, thrown about. But there was one name that was brought up long ago that admittedly has been stuck on me because if it's kind of been rumored, we don't know that for sure, but like Reed and this is gonna be not a young Fantastic Four. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be an older group, not older, but like older than 20. Put it that way. Like they're looking to cast a Reed Richards who's in his mid to late 30s, a Sue Storm who's in her early to mid 30s, and like a Ben Grimm who's in his mid to late 30s as well. And obviously, it would indicate that the Johnny Blaze character, I mean Johnny Storm character, probably be somewhere in his mid 20s to early 30s if we're going with that. So it wouldn't be it would have to be someone who. And one of the most big things about Johnny is like what's the word I'm looking for? He is movie star handsome. He's movie star handsome. He's hot. He's hot. Johnny is supposed to be hot. He's supposed to be youthful. He's supposed to be like the anti Spider-Man, except he's not a bad guy. He is kind of dicky. He's supposed to be kind of dickish, even though he means well. There's a little bit of like Johnny Cage in him where he's a dick, but deep down he means well. And like I say, he's handsome as hell. He's got like, and I feel like this is gonna sound weird, and I hope this doesn't come off weird, but I almost think it is important for him to be hot because like it's such a part of his character that he's literally hot. He literally catches on fire. He's really supposed to be like the most handsome member of the group. Like that's one of his things. Like I mean, Johnny in certain places, certain comics has like he models like he's supposed to be that good looking. And you need an actor who not only can pull off being that that attractive and hot, also can pull off being comedic, can pull off being funny. And I think that Zac Efron, and I know some people feel something about him, High School Musical, but I remember watching him in the two movies Neighbors and Neighbors 2. And Zac Efron, over the last few years, has proven that he really can be funny, and in a specific type of funny, which is funny while somewhat making fun of his handsomeness and somewhat not getting like making fun of himself, but like it's funniness that like it fits what I imagine for a Johnny. Plus, it'd be awesome to see a guy like that who's been on the come up, almost not too like not exactly like Patterson, because Patterson did a lot of independent shit. And like I saw Patterson in a lot of independent stuff. Good Time was a really good movie as well. So like I've had my heart set on, I will say, Zac Efron, because I just think like it's important to have someone who really can pull off the comedy and can pull off being just like having that handsome, jockish, douchebaggy kind of vibe off of him, but also being able to play it with a bit of sweetness and being able to be like, oh, he's a good guy. Once you get past his ego and douchiness, he's a good guy. And that's really key to Johnny, in my opinion. Then we get to Ben Grimm. And Ben Grimm is I will tell you, I had originally, because Ben Grimm is so difficult because he's gonna spend most of his time, you know, sorry, I'm working with the microphone again. So if sorry if sometimes I sound less clear than other times, I'm still working it out. But I kind of wanted to try this format for this, just messing with stuff. But um so I've had this idea with Ben Grimm. And I originally had the idea of, well, um, I originally thought The Rock would be an amazing Ben Grimm. Still think The Rock would be an amazing Ben Grimm. Because the problem with Ben Grimm is he has to be in that mocap. He has to be in mocap. And if he's going to be in mocap, you need an actor. You need an actor with a big personality to bleed through it. You know what I mean? You need an actor with a big personality to bleed through it. And so kind of gone back and forth. This is why I thought The Rock. There was rumors of Seth Rogen, and I was like, that's kind of interesting. There's so many rumors out there about so many different people, but I'm like, you need somebody who either a they're such a good actor that they can act through the mocap. So just like Josh Brolin. Josh Brolin acted through that mocap. You saw nothing but Josh Brolin. That's how good he is. Like same with Mark Ruffalo when he's playing the Hulk. Regardless of if you agree or disagree with his version of the Hulk, it's no denying that it is Mark Ruffalo underneath that. Like it's not like, oh, I have no clue who it is. Like, no, it's Mark Ruffalo. Like, ain't no denying it. And I've kind of come around to a name. And it's a name that is not big in the world, Like he's been in so many good things. And he most recently was just in Obi-Wan Kenobi. And that is Joel Edgerton. Joel Edgerton is such an amazing actor, and I've seen him in so many good movies, play so many different roles. And for a long time, he started to grow on me. I mean, I loved him back when he was in Warrior. He was in this one movie called The Gift. He was in so many movies and so many things. And I remember being like, this dude's a good actor, dude. This dude's a ridiculous actor. I wish that he could find something. And the key thing about Ben Grimm is that he has to have this toughness and this gruffness to him, but underneath all that toughness and gruffness is a true heart. Not too dissimilar to Wolverine, but he also has to have this bit of an everyman toughness. Like couple notches below Wolverine. Because Ben is this everyman, what loves his sports, loves to go bowling, and he in many ways he's an everyman. But he has this toughness to him. He used to be in a gang and whatnot. And I think you need an actor. And there's actual layers to Ben. And you need an actor who really can get across also the levels of tragedy to Ben. Like being stuck in this form. In a way, Ben Grimm is more tragic sorta, than even things people like the Incredible Hulk, because at least Bruce, can overcome. Like Bruce isn't always the Hulk. Theoretically, if Bruce just went to some planet, he's got, I'm sure with all the friends he has and stuff. If Bruce went to some planet, and put it this way, if Bruce had went to the planet that he was originally supposed to go to in World War Hulk, and none of this the whole event stuff never even happened because he was going to go to this empty planet with nothing but serene. It was not any life. It's just plant life there. And he would have just been Banner. He would have just been Banner. He would live there for the rest of his life and everything would have been, gooch. But Ben is stuck in that form. Not to mention Bruce Bruce was like a fucking lonely loser slash depressed dude even before he got turned to the Hulk. If you want to be real, being the Hulk didn't ruin Bruce's life. Bruce's life was already if you read any of the comics, Bruce's life was already not the best even before the Hulk came to the equation. Whereas Ben had everything ripped from him. The woman he loved left him. This, he could never be the same again. He can't go back and forth between himself and Ben. And for him to digest that and take that in and to turn it into something positive, you really need a great actor, in my opinion, like there's only two ways to go with Ben. Either you have an actor with a big personality who can shine through the CGI, or you have an actor who can act his ass off and really get over the tragedy of Ben and what he's been through. That's one also thing that they could do. And I think Joel Edgerton, in my opinion, is the guy to do that. He is the guy to do that. Like, I really do believe in him. I believe in Joel Edgerton. I believe in him. And he's a great actress, and I really hope that he's the one picked. Well, we shall all see very soon. But now moving on to Sue Storm. Sue Storm has I've had many different opinions on Sue Storm. I have kind of gone back and forth on it. Like there's parts of me that like wants an actress like Emily Emily Blunt. But after Emily Blunt's comments, like they were so rough. Like even her husband was never that rough with the comments, but Emily Blunt was like she was pretty nasty with the comments, and like it was so nasty that it's just like I don't think I don't think she wants to do this. So like I'm kind of dropped off of thinking it was her. Emily Blunt was my first choice, like many others, but I'm kind of off of that. Then you got, I mean, you can have other things. You have like, and then I would have thought maybe Charlize Theron. Like, depending on who you got to play Reed, maybe it could be Charlize Theron. Then she get cast as Clea, so I was like, well, it's not Charlize Theron. So I had a lot of different names in my head that I thought of before. But there is one, and I know this one's going to be very controversial for some because people have this idea of what Sue Storm should be, and like, and in my mind, Sue Storm is the classic like wife, like I don't want to say stereotypical, but the classic, like she's the rock that holds the whole thing together. She keeps Johnny in line. She keeps Reed grounded. And you need an actress who can portray that while also portraying a woman who sometimes just is frustrated with her husband. Like her and Reed have real marital issues. And you need an actress who can get those kind of things across, like Marriage Story, like level, which is a great movie, by the way. I probably mentioned that when I think I named it my number one movie of like 2019 or some shit like that. But Marriage Story was amazing. You need an actress who can get those kind of emotions across, who can get that kind of emotions across, who can get, and like sometimes Reed is like distant and like she's kind of like left on her own and marriage is tough. And you need an actress who can get across the emotions of being in a marriage, and an actress who believably can come off as the mom of the group, as the person who is keeping everyone together and like really getting that across. And you need a great actress. And this might be controversial. Some people might say some shit in the comment section. I'm already looking for it, but like I said, she wasn't my first choice. But after a few films, after obviously seeing her in one really amazing show on Hulu called The Handmaid's Tale, Elizabeth Moss has been one of my top picks to be Sue Storm. I think she's one of the best actresses in the game. I think she can pull off everything necessary to be Sue Storm, especially the marriage parts, because she's played wives and soaps, because she's played wives in a couple things that I've seen now, and she does an amazing job of getting across certain emotions. And I'm just like, yes, like she's a great actress, dude. I really enjoy every time I see her in something. She really is good, and I think that and like I say, like it's gonna be one of those things. That's just like a lot of other castings where people just kind of pick the most attractive person, and not to say I think she's a very pretty woman, very beautiful woman, but she's not what people would picked as what they're imagining as Sue Storm to be, that kind of beauty. And I'm just looking at this all from an acting standpoint. From an acting standpoint, I think from an acting standpoint and from what I've seen her do, she is a hell of a pick to be Sue Storm. Now, when you get to the Reed Richards of it all, it's a tough call. Obviously, Krasinski. Like, if I'm going out on a limb, I would like it. Like, would I like to be Krasinski? I think that'd be fun. Obviously, I've made a whole video talking about Jason Bateman and how he could be cool. There's so many options with the Reed one though. Like personally, I feel like if you're gonna go with Kaczynski and not go with Emily Blunt as Sue, it'd be a missed opportunity. It'd be just weird. But I don't know. There's a lot of options. There really is. Reed Richards is an open book to me. Like there are a lot of actors who can portray that, and there's a lot of actors I can even think of who could portray that. Um, man, it's a tough call with Reed though. It's a tough call. Like so many rumors just today about it. Adam Driver and shit like that. Like Ewan McGregor. There's been a lot of conversation around it. There really has, and it really just depends on how old they want him to be. You know what I mean? Like how old do they want Reed to be, and how much functional do they want Reed to be? It could be the guy from that show You. That could happen. It could be so many options. There's so many options on the table, dude, for Reed. But if I had to pick a Reed Richards, as of right now, Krasinski is in my brain Reed. But I could easily see someone else. I could easily see a lot of people as Reed Richards. There's a ton of options. I mean, they don't even have to pick a white dude. They could pick John David Washington to be Reed Richards. I mean, like, hey, look, it's an option that's on the table. Like we're just talking about white dudes. Like it could be a Hispanic dude. It could be because Reed's race doesn't have any real bearing on his character, just like pretty much most characters in comics. So it could be someone else. It could we're thinking we're really putting it in a tiny little ballpark here. It could be someone like a John David Washington or like I said, it could be a lot of people. It's funny, an actor who they cast in fucking Secret Invasion. He could have been a great Reed Richards. I can't remember his name off the top of my head. He's got like a longer name, but like but he can play intelligent. And really, that's what you need. You just need somebody who can plausibly play intelligent. But somebody has to have a bit of charm, though. I think, but maybe Krasinski has too much charm. I don't know. Either way, that is my fan casting for the Fantastic Four. Before things get out of hand, I draw the line there. Let's see how much of my dreams come true. Anyways, thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. What did you think of my fan casting? Comment below. Let me know. Thank you guys again. See you on the next one. Bye, people.